Okay, I'm with the Antrim manager, Darren Gleeson. Darren, we spoke briefly off camera there about that day that Tipperary came up to Davits and how big a boost it was to the whole season, and it sort of launched the season we have had.
Yeah, it was gas, and both of us agreed that it was a kind of a launching point for the season. You know, we had our pre-season competitions and they went reasonably well for us. You know, won one, lost one, but like the glamour of the All-Ireland champions coming into Belfast, you know, to play us, and it just wasn't in an exhibition game really. It was two teams preparing for, you know, for massive stages of the National League that they were at, and you see you know, the players they put out that day as well. Yeah. You know, and they came fully armed up to Davits, and
our guys matched them well, which went to give them great confidence.
It did, and you know, it was great to see that bank up there and a cover of people there to support and watch Antrim.
Yeah, it definitely was. Although it was only a challenge game, it's one of the highlights of the year for me. You know, just seeing the people there.
And for me personally as well, I really enjoyed that, and I thought there was something great about being in the heart of Belfast doing it. Davits Club, the way they got behind that for us, and it'd be remiss of me not even to mention, you know, the fundraising that came into the Players Fund for that.
Yeah.
You know, it was massive. I got presented with the cheque myself and Kieran at the county final.
Yeah.
And what that meant to our Players Fund and how we can prepare for days like that are coming on Sunday week, it's you know, it's massive, and we really appreciated it. And David's got a great day of it as well, and their members will remember it for a long time.
And even to be here and the new stand behind us here at Corrigan, it's another lift for Antrim GAA.
It is, it's great to see that stand coming on, and you know, please God, by the time the turn of the year comes and you know, the National League comes again in February or March, whenever it starts again, that hopefully we'll be able to have the Antrim supporters back in here.
Now, getting back to this season, it's been outstanding the way things have went for us. A lot of tight games, and we just had the know how to get back into them. I'm thinking in particular of the draw against Offaly that day in Tullamore, and Donald's late goal that day against Carlow, which in the end didn't matter, but it meant we were going into last week in a proper frame of mind, you know.
Yeah, definitely. And even, you know, if you remember that day in Tullamore, we were already qualified, you know, and it just showed you the attitude that was in the group, just that will to win, or the will not to be bet. And we've been saying it all the time to each other, you know, it's staying alive all the time. And, you know, nothing is gone until the referee blows that final whistle. They're all adages in that, but they're so important, aren't they? And even, you know, Niall McKenna, Paddy, I think, won that ball, recycled it to Niall McKenna going at their shoulders and offloading to Donald, who got the goal. Like, it was fantastic, you know, that we're not giving in today, you know. It was great, and that really stood to us in the last few matches as well, and freed us up a bit for the games against Kerry and Meath, you know, that result against Carlow.
We're going into next Sunday into Croke Park, and 3 of the teams have got Tipperary men in the management. You must be breeding them down there.
Huh? Oh, jeez, yeah.
Yourself and Liam Cahill.
Oh, yeah, and Brendan is with Kerry, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're not too far apart, you know, age-wise either. You know, we're that age.
You would have played with the.
Yeah, we played with Brendan and played against Liam. Now Liam was finished with Tipperary when I came in.
Yeah.
But I would have played against Liam a lot of times, you know, with his club. And Liam was, you know, Ballingarry down there. You know, when you're playing against Ballingarry, you earn everything you get.
Yeah.
You know, and it's the same when you go down to Ballybacon Grange. You know, they're a great club as well, and they have that mentality to. You can see it coming across in the teams that the boys are involved in. You know.
Well, Liam has certainly done some job at Watford.
He has.
That's been a spectacular turnaround, really.
Yeah, it's the story of the year, really, isn't it? You know?
Oh, without a doubt.
And we know that from Liam looked after the underage in Tipperary there, which gives us great spirit going forward in Tip as well. You know, he's after producing the great minor teams and under 20 teams for us, and we'll see the rewards of that hopefully in the next few years in the senior jersey. And you know, Waterford are lucky to have a good man like Liam and Mikey Beavens with him as well.
Finally, getting back to next Sunday and the big game against Kerry, you're getting in with a fair degree of confidence, but not overly confident. You know it's going to be a challenge.
Yeah, there'll be no fear of of overconfidence, I'll tell you that going into it, because our boys have to prove it on the fields up here before they get to Sunday week. And I think that's an important thing as well, and the lads know that every training session leading into it, you can't turn this thing on and off. You know, you have to stay producing it every night, and if you do that, it will show up in the field on the big day, hopefully. So there's a good attitude in the group, and I don't think complacency will creep in with that.